Thanks for coming in. Got a pretty insane set here. Always love covering Dizzy sets. I know she is inexperienced in mechanical skill in practice, but she is experienced in theory. Seen probably more sets than a lot of us combined in this year alone. And I've been, you know, spending a lot of time with Dizzy lately. She's been asking for tips. She's been sending me some of her practice games. We go over some stuff. Dizzy's getting good. Genuinely getting good. She settled around 600 elo. And from where she started, Dizzy having just started playing ranked for the first time this year, to where we're at now, she is genuinely picking things up really quick. Oh, we have the draft starting. So we have, oh, Dizzy's going to be very happy about this. Dizzy's randoming. What? So far Dizzy's random twice. I wonder, are these timeouts or is she doing it on purpose? She's doing it on purpose. I mean, she's got to be happy about Schraubear's home map because pizza is her favorite map. I can't believe this. So I hope this is just because she's hyped for the set. Yesterday we had T90 in the stream and he was saying he was planning on doing a full random, but then at the last minute he just couldn't face the possibility of Emu Warrior taking him down in round one. So he played serious. So maybe Dizzy took that as a suggestion. Thought like, that sounds pretty baller. There's no way she's going to random everything. Oh, Malanama, hey, welcome back. Malanama hanging out almost all day yesterday in the chat. Yeah, you focus on the Haranika Fet. Oh, I understand. Like, this is a pretty rough time to be streaming. Don't feel any pressure to hang out here because that set is pretty crazy. I will be going back and watching the Haranika set once I'm done streaming. But I said that I can't miss this. I'm you know, I know most people are going to be busy watching your set, but we know we got to watch Dizzy. Got to support Dizzy live. Dizzy's casted so many people's sets through all these community tournaments. The amount of people who would have never gotten a set casted, and Dizzy just went through so many brackets picking people up, like including me. Dizzy's pulled me back into the casting game. Genuinely, I wouldn't be casting here today if Dizzy hadn't found me in Hidden Community Cup 1. And she just hunted me down. I think I made a comment on one of her first YouTube videos. And since that moment, she casted every game that I played in that whole tournament. And it was so much fun. Dizzy's amazing. Hell yeah, Dizzy is the best. I have to respect the super baller random map bans. I just hope she doesn't do random Civ picks. No, we got Schraubear going with the random Civ picks. What is happening here? Dizzy's picking Civ seriously. She genuinely has practiced Byzantines and she's practiced Turks. And Schraubear is going for the random Civ bans. Random Civ bans and picks. What is okay, no. Look at Schraubear's draft. So we got full random bans, 2 random picks, and then said, okay, oh no, I have to be serious here. I've just noticed that Spanish is open, so let me just pick that. And then we go back to random. He randomed into the Huns. Oh my god, what is happening here? What's up, Biscuits? What's up, Maestro? Everybody dropping in. Thanks so much, guys. I know that we have a absolutely monstrous set in the real Wonder Warriors Cup going on right now, so I don't blame you if you guys have that open another tab or if you're going to jump back to it. But I really appreciate dropping in. This is insane. Dizzy went for the full random map draft. Schraubear went for the full random Civ draft, except for Spanish. I don't know what to make of this. I'm literally speechless. But I have to say, Dizzy went for the baller map randoms, but then picked some genuinely good Civs. Dizzy is super practiced on Turks, super practiced on Byzantines. I don't know how she practiced Chinese, because I know that she knows they're very good on Stranded, but they're still a very hard Civ to play. And then Georgian's always just a good pick. Georgian's, you know, pretty heavily considered one of the best Civs in the game. Let's jump over and see if they're in lobby. What do you guys think of this? I'm literally speechless. I wonder, did they coordinate this, or did you know, Schraubear realized Dizzy did the map draft and said like, oh, okay, if we're doing it that way, I'll do it back. I know that Dizzy and Schraubear have actually practiced together. This is crazy. Okay, we're just waiting for them to get into game one. Means going random for civs is crazier, right? But if I was doing a full random in a tournament draft and the random civs that the game gave me were Berbers, Armenians, Huns, like those are civs you struggle to get when you're picking with intention. But the random civ thing just gave them to him. Malanama's happy Piece of Pizza is here. Yeah, and I bet Dizzy's happy too. Piece of Pizza is Dizzy's favorite map. Definitely her most practiced map. Chinese is a crazy pick. I think so too. So what I think what Dizzy's thinking is that she just knows from her own casting that Chinese are very good on Stranded, but they are difficult to play. I mean, still a good civ. Really difficult start to play. That's one of the wildest drafts I've seen in the whole community turn so far. So we've got a game one Grapple. What are we thinking? Knowing Dizzy, I'm thinking she's going to go straight for the Byzantines, just like the easy comfort pick. For Schraubear, pretty good options. Armenians. I have to imagine that they want... I mean, Huns are pretty good on pizza. I'm pretty sure... So, like, Turks is Dizzy's pizza pick. That's just going to be guaranteed. Georgians, she might have just taken because she knows it's good. Okay, we are ready. We're in game one. Your chance to guess the civs is gone. But here we are. Why is my game not on screen? Yeah, there we go. Why? That was such a delay. What the hell? Here we go. Queen Dizzy versus Schraubear. This is Militia bracket of the T90 Wandering Warriors Community Cup. And I'm going to bore everybody in the chat talking about it over and over, but this is a super special player we're following. Dizzy in the purple. Super infamous in the community. Caster extraordinaire turned competitive ranked player. We are in for a set. This is the lowest elo bracket in the tournament, but these guys still have their own metas. They have their own strategies. And we still see some competitive sets down here. Lawman says, poor Schraubear probably doesn't even know they're the bad guy in this match. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. We got to make sure to show some support for Dizzy's opponent. There's going to be some bias because everybody loves Dizzy. But it's, everybody is trying their best here. Everybody wants some competitive games. So anybody hanging out here hasn't seen this map before. This is Grapple. And what the gimmick in this map is, you spawn with your villagers in this little ice island, this ice platform, and you spawn with a transport ship. So you got to transport your villagers off the island, find a place on land, and then you want to grab these sheep that are littered all around the leak with your transports. We transport super close, chasing each other down here. But Dizzy's going to be very happy. We had a game in Dizzy's last set last week where she had super close spawns with her opponents. So say Dizzy's TC was here, opponent's TC was like right here, and it was a super, super aggressive game. But now we have a much more standard grapple spawn. So Dizzy's way over here in the west. We have Schraubear way over here in the east. We're going to have a pretty competitive game that can go potentially all the way to the late game. And let's see where we go. Dizzy went with the Byzantines. Very powerful pick on this map. Byzantine known for their strength on water. And in general, Byzantines, one of my favorite civs to play too. Just a super extensive tech tree. Super cheap counter units. And at the same time, Schraubear picked one of his civs that he random picked 3 of his 4 picks. Got the Huns. Huns known as one of the most powerful civs on Nomad settings. Some people consider them to be the de facto most powerful Nomad civs. Essentially because of this. When the Huns build their starting town center on Nomad settings, they get access to the Hunnic Horse, which is a Dark Age scout unit that your opponent is not going to have access to. So you can get crazy information and generally pick up all the herdables on the map. But I mean, Not that relevant here. Are we going to get a sheep steal? Oh no. Uh-oh. Are we watching? Oh, that feels bad. Bit of tournament pressure, I think. Just looked away for a second. I was talking up the Hunnic horse too much. That was just karma. But I'm going to speed up a tiny bit here. We might just be able to catch up to live if we're lucky. This is a live game. They're in this game as we speak. Bergwin, you hate playing Byzantines. Why? I probably have my most games on Byzantines. And I very rarely pick Civ. I'm a full random player. Lawman says, I love Byzantines. Probably my favorite Civs. They definitely are, I'd say, top 3 or top 5 for me. They just feel so smooth. No eco bonus, you know, really to speak of, but super cheap counter units. Cheap Imperial Age. Crazy tech tree. Super, like, almost borderline broken water play. Their fire ships are just so powerful. Bergwin, you never know what to do with them. You can do anything with them. Like, obviously, yeah, they've no, like, clear bonus making, like, a power unit beyond insane. But especially, you know, going lower level, every unit is super, kind of, like, mostly reasonable. Yeah, Cavas Lactose, you're right. But, I feel like you can pretty much go most units with Byzantines and find success. And then what just feels so good about them is whenever you feel like you're playing a majority trash army, it's just so hard to deal with Byzantine production because their trash units are just so cheap. I think we've caught up to live now. No, we haven't yet. I'm going to speed up a little bit. We might just catch up. But what I love to see straight out the gate, I don't know if anybody's noticed, Dizzy with a healthy fishing economy in Dark Age, and Schraubear has... Oh wait, sorry, we are the ones. But still. No dock yet. So sick. Dizzy... going to have a crazy economy starting this game off. We are behind in villagers, but being made up for with fishing ships. Yo, the forward barracks. This is what... Oh, here we go. It's fairly late dock, but we are going to have a competitive water. But interesting how Dizzy did slip with the Vil production, but fish, keeping her in this game, we're actually on equal economy footing purely because of Dizzy's fish. And one insight I have into these players from watching them play before is that Dizzy lately is on top of her Vil production once the game gets going. And I noticed Schraubear does struggle to keep it. It's just maybe doesn't have the APM to keep everything going. These are nice walls starting to get set up. We got the shorefish coming in. We're taking gold. Moving over to mill some more shorefish. This is pretty sick. I think we are... Yeah, we're caught up to live. So now we're at live game. We're 2 minutes behind with Speculate, but this is now a true live set. I'm so hyped to see what happens here. Both players getting ready to click up to the feudal age. Interesting to see how this goes. Byzantines being a comfort pick for Dizzy. I wonder if how Schraubear feels about his random picks, because Huns is a fan favorite across all elos. Super smooth civ to play. Picked up to feudal for both players. Look how close this is. I need to remind everyone that this is 600 elo. 600 elo for Dizzy, 700 elo for Schraubear. Now I know the idle times are not great, but these almost exact same idle feudal clicks, similar eco counts. This is going to be a competitive set, I think. One thing we have not seen yet, I think the players just have two... Oh, look at the outposts from Dizzy. Definitely worth getting vision on this map, but it's a little tough to afford the stone this early. But we will have a Ville forward that could potentially cause havoc. We could see a forward military building. Very good. 6 vills behind her to see, but 7 fishes up. Yeah, that's exactly it. We are slipping in vills, but we're making up for it in fish. Dizzy actually in the lead in economy because of her fish. Yeah, Claudine's so right, saying that's Byzantine line of sight. Byzantines get town patrol, town watch for free. Gets just huge vision. Now I want to see what both players are going to go for. Eco upgrades coming in for Schraubear. I wonder, is Dizzy going to go on gold and start fighting for water? Dizzy with the galleys. This is going to be so sick. Yeah, Dizzy having some issues with being housed, but I think it's just first set, you know, sorry, first game of the set nerves where players are just warming up. I think we're going to get on top of this. Both players feeling pretty sharp. We got 2 galleys queued. We got 2 spears queued. Where did this villager go? Oh, we're still here. Okay, sorry. I couldn't see it there for some reason. Still have a vill forward. This could really become relevant. The issue with Grapple being that the spawns end up being... Oh, speaking of forward military. We have a forward stable for Schraubear. Are we going to get a forward building for Dizzy? Dizzy's about to find the base of the enemy. Doesn't actually know where they are. Going to find them now with the outpost that's about to come down. The forward outpost for dominance. But we have bloodlines coming in for Schraubear and a stable on the front. Dizzy is producing galleys. And here we go, 2 scouts queued. But Dizzy has 2 spears. Where are these spears? Okay, so we do have a defense, so we can get in position. Oh, spearman pushing this vill away for Dizzy. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a military. Oh, we're going to back off. Oh, Dizzy trying to be cute with the walls just in case. I hope Dizzy doesn't spend too much APM here. She has genuinely been practicing quick walls. Look at this, look at this. Viper? Okay, we need to get an admin called here because we're actually not allowed to let, you know, top pros play for us in our community tournament sets. Dizzy, tell Viper to go and take care of his baby. Get him off your computer. He's supposed to be letting you play. Now, honestly, that was really sick, but it was kind of unnecessary, and I think Dizzy knows that. She was safe, but she's like, no, keep chasing me. I want to do the cool quick walls. But unfortunately, while this is happening, we're going to have some crazy pressure here on the front. I hope Dizzy can notice and move these spears to help. She's going to get some scout damage in here. Oh, look at the walls. There's still a tile here, Dizzy. We're going to fight back. She is not afraid. She knows now. One of the tough things with low elos, they just feel hopeless when they're getting raided. But Vills are not defenseless. Vills can fight back. But these are bloodline scouts. So they're a little bit harder to take down. Look at this. She is completely cool. And we're fine. Now, I wouldn't mind seeing Dizzy finish up these walls. But at the same time, there is a range on the front. Vil is still stuck, but that was pretty sick. Vil is safe and it's going to have to be dealt with sooner or later. Scout goes down. Very good. Lesson of the day, you need a palisade to wall off next order. Yeah, this is the problem. It looks like you might have this closed off, but this needs a palisade. Dizzy didn't wall the scouts out, she walled them in, yeah. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. Castle Age coming in for Schraubear. Dizzy has clicked with the bigger economy, to be honest. 9 fish and 30 vills. Here's second town center coming in for Schraubear, going for the eco play. Now, we were talking about this yesterday. I don't know who was hanging around yesterday while we were watching Dizzy's practice game while she was asking for some pointers. And feel free to disagree with me here. Oh, look, Dizzy gonna put a tower down just to be annoying. Deny this stone. Gonna make it so it has to be dealt with. So hot take for me, potentially. I don't know how many people agree with me. I think at this elo, don't build more town centers. I know everybody tells you gotta build town centers, you gotta make villas. That's how you win. That's how you know, quote unquote, play the game properly. But I think at this elo, and maybe even a little bit higher, like 1,000 elo maybe is where you want to start doing it. But at this level, when you're still coming to grips with some of the mechanics, just stay on one town center and focus on that. If you get opponents who can do multiple TC play properly, just accept that as a loss, like you will get there. These villagers need a lumber camp. We have a forward TC here. But I think it's worth building the reps, building up your muscles in this game on learning how to play one TC. Because I think one of the biggest mistakes that happens at low level is TCs are not free. TCs are expensive. Expensive to build, expensive to run. They hurt your economy in so many ways at the beginning because you've vills spending so much time building them. All the resources put into them. And the issue is at lower elo is you build these 2 extra town centers and then you just don't use them. It's really tough for the lower elo to have the APM available to them to keep all these town centers producing constantly. So I think, oh, look at this. This villager is going to be one of the things. It's going to be so huge. We got 2 forward stables here for Dizzy. But we have some cav archers. Hun cav archers. Everybody knows. One of the most classic units in the game. Gonna find some damage. Bergwin agrees. Clolod agrees, but thinks TCs are too compelling. Yeah, I do think I was the same. Like when I was, 1,000, I did the same every game. I dropped 2 town centers because I'm like, well, that's what you're supposed to do. But if you drop 2 town centers and they, only make 2 vills and then go idle for 10 minutes, you probably would have been better just make it military. Lawman, exactly. Learn to walk before you can run. I mean, if you want your playstyle to be full economy, and that's where you want to put your practice, yeah, go ahead. Practice the big eco plays. But it's going to be painful. You're going to get a lot of games where you hit Castle Age, drop 2 town centers, and then just die because you won't be able to afford army. It's I think, counterintuitively, way harder to play the economic game than to play the all-in aggressive game. These cav archers going to keep finding damage. Dizzy gonna have to figure out some kind of answer because the Huns, this is just their absolute bread and butter. Dizzy gonna opt for the camels. Definitely a good choice. I wouldn't mind seeing some skirms put in too. Skirms and camels, super cheap for the Byzantines. But nice reactions. She is watching. She's hopping the builds back in. And the cav archers haven't found too much damage. We got scouts on the front from Dizzy. Both players are reacting though. We're jumping vills in the town center. And does anybody notice? There's been vills jumping into both town centers and there has yet to be a town bell rung. These players, they may say 600 and 700, but these players know what is up. Tower going down in defense just to secure this location. Camel's going to find the cav archers. Both players playing very well for their elo. Lawman says you should learn to play open first and then people get caught doing the full wall into prey rather than learn how to react. Exactly. Just now, I'm not saying you have to play open. You can play 1 TC full wall, just have like 2 vills wall your base, but I get what you mean. I feel like if your first way of learning is just going full economy 310 centers, you're going to just die a lot of games and not really understand what you did wrong because you're like, I did everything right. I put the 10 centers, I produced villagers. So why did I die? But, it's because you can't afford 2 10 centers and army, at least in the beginning. Tom Snuffles with the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks, Tom Snuffles. How'd your stream go? We have a sick set here. You guys joined at the perfect time. This is Wandering Warriors Community Cup Militia bracket. This is our lowest elo bracket, and we have a legendary player in the game in Dizzy in the purple. Infamous community caster. Ooh, Catwatcher's actually taking out some fish. Now, both players having some crazy town center idle time. So hopefully we can get our nerves. This is a pretty aggressive game, and it's the first game of the set, so I imagine both players are still warming up. But still, I think this is still a pretty competitive game. Res difference is kind of concerning. We have elite skirm in for Dizzy. So Dizzy has really learned her counters. We know the Huns, like, Huns are going to go cav archers. Schraubear up here, OP, please nerf. Yeah, I want to see some Schraubear support, because obviously I think most people here in the chat are here for Dizzy. So I do feel for Dizzy's opponents. Every time Dizzy plays a game, their opponent is kind of just default the underdog. So get some Schraubear believers. But I have to say, my bias is with Dizzy. Got the forward barracks coming in. And pikemen being researched for Schraubear. Schraubear, this is a consistent thing I saw when in the other game I've seen of Schraubear playing. We have a crazy amount of gold floating. So while Schraubear might be firmly ahead in resources, a lot of it is being unspent. Camels finding the cav archers yet again. Gonna get some good trades. I think that was still a pretty reasonable trade. Dizzy just constantly trying to get pressure here at the same time. Everyone said, please no archer. The armor for CA is archer armor, not cavalry armor. You are so right. And I remember being so annoyed by that when I first learned that. I'm like, but they're cavalry. But no, the game considers cavalry archers. And honestly, most units on horses that have projectiles to be archers. Almost all of them are going to be using archer armor rather than cavalry. But then they will benefit from some cavalry upgrades like bloodlines, husbandry, all going to work for them, but the armor will be the archer armor. So, what I'm hyped to see, Dizzy is queuing villas again in both town centers. And Schraubear still hasn't started queuing villas again. Dizzy's economy is going to soon outpace Schraubear's yet again. She is really trying. I thought from her loss in game 1, and she was so disappointed in her first set that she lost, I was kind of worried that she was going to phone this in, but she, even though she completely randomed her map draft, she's playing super hard. She's trying really hard. Oh, we're gonna get a complete cleanup here. Schraubear's not careful. Siege workshop going up, but it's gonna be found. Come on, skirms, come forward. We're totally fine here. Skirm's going to be able to handily deal with pikes and cav archers. Would like to see Bodkin on these skirms. Oh, thanks for the follow, guys. Thanks for the raid, Tom. Hope you had a good stream. I will try to get you back someday if everything lines up. If the stars align, I'll catch you live. And I'm coming off. Always really appreciated. Third town center coming up for Dizzy. Let's go. Knights queued. And cav archers still being produced now. Schraubear queued a single Vil. I wonder if we're going to start seeing some serious Vil production. A ram coming forward. Oh, be careful, Dizzy. Scouts are going to clean up these skirms. Look at these unit choices. 600 elo. We know what units to send in against what. You know, I think that this is shaping up to be a set that I think we might need to ask our base to show T90. Because this is crazy for 6 and 700. Obviously, idle time, really not ideal. But these guys are playing out of their minds for the elo. Knights and camels queued. Dizzy is still making villagers. She's going to need to find something to deal with the rams. The villagers can deal with the rams. But with cav archer support, it can be a little painful. I think both players are kind of in a bit of a stalemate situation. Oh look, sending Vils to deal with the rams. She knows what to do. Cav archer's going to come forward though, but they are going to meet the skirms and the camels. I think this is going kind of as well as it could for both players. Not great. Oh, you're right. How did Schraubear go down in Vils? I actually missed that. It must have had a little bit of raid. Dizzy has been sending scouts into Schraubear's economy from here periodically, so I'm assuming that's what happened. Knights coming in, but Knights have only the first armor. Ram's going to be coming forward, but Dizzy knows he used the villagers to knock him back. Shouldn't be too much of a threat. Look at this, we're not afraid at all. Knock it straight down. That's like... Rams aren't free. Sending one in unsupported just to die to villagers. Good trades for Dizzy, and Dizzy has the eco lead now. Cav archers are really annoying, but Dizzy just needs to produce. Her knights have the second armor, and they are coming out now. We have 6 knights queued from 2 stables, but I worry that the stables they're queued from are... Yeah, they're over here. Look at this. Honestly, maybe not the most ideal. I would like the army here, but really... Schraubear can't really push in here, so this might be huge. Schraubear is struggling to push past this first town center. So these knights are going to find some serious damage. This is so good from Dizzy. Huge damage, huge damage. Uh-oh, fighting a pike. Ah, but see, we were right after all. Knights counter pikes. Oh, never mind. No, pikes counter knights? No, knights counter pikes. Gonna continue finding damage. Here comes another ram, but again, gonna be taken out by villagers. But the cav archers are gonna come to support. This is gonna be pretty painful. Gotta ungarrison. We actually have some skirms in here. Nice, we got the ungarrison. Dizzy, nice. Now we are still over here with a knight and a camel. Dizzy, we just need to make a little bit of army at home. Skirms will take care of this. Oh, Dizzy wants the pressure to stop, and this is a way to make it stop. This castle goes up. Schraubear needs to find another angle of attack. There's no way getting through this for him right now. With the army he has. This castle can... Schraubear see this? No. Schraubear is going to find a complete dead stop to his push on this side. And we have, look, same thinking from the other player too. We want to just take off pressure, but Dizzy is just not letting him have a breather. Castle's going to go up here for both players. Both players using it as their solution to take off pressure. And Dizzy is producing Vils from 3 town centers. Hell yeah. I'd like to see her, as long as she keeps queuing, but she is queuing. Economy is going to start growing. So many cav archers queued for Schraubear. Bergwin, I love the low elo rebuild exactly where it was before. Yeah, I know, right? It's so good. Oh, actually, I did say that Schraubear was going to struggle to push. And you don't ever really want to be pushing a castle in Castle Age if you can avoid it. But if you're going to, you know, minimum 4 rams, ideally like 6 rams, can do the job. We're going to see if Dizzy can hold this. Phil's going to have to punch down the rams, but if the cav archers want to support, they're going to have to stand under the castle, take serious losses. Dizzy, punch down the rams, let's go. Nice. We're watching. And the cav archer is going to try and get some pot shots. Ooh, the castle is targeting the rams. Dizzy, you got to right click your cav archer. Nice. We are firing at the archers underneath the minimum range now. We have cataphracts. We've just lost cataphract, but we did see cataphract. No problem, Lawman. Thanks very much for stopping by. Oh, we have fighting here too. Knights just constantly, Dizzy's Knights constantly causing problems over here for Schraubear. Punching down the rams. And a lot of cav archers going to start falling to the castle. Schraubear's not watching. This is a beautiful hold by Dizzy. Only thing is I wish she would make some army to make this hold just a little bit easier. But she is making army over here. And causing all kinds of problems for Schraubear. What's up, Pickles, bro? Thanks for stopping by. You came at a perfect time. This is a really cool stat. This is the lowest ELO bracket in the Wandering Warriors Community Cup. Thanks for the follow. We have 2 pretty evenly matched players. These players are playing out of their minds for 600 ELO. Now, I love this. I see this constantly in the lower ELO brackets. Lower ELO players love making their town centers 1 million miles away from each other. And I do understand it. I get the feeling. If anybody finds it, you know, relatable, if anyone has been this ELO, if you put all your town centers in the same space, then when this base gets attacked, all your bases are getting attacked. And it feels super bad. But if you have just one town center here, and then your next town center is off in Narnia, you know, if one base gets attacked and destroyed, you still have another base. Totally fine. And then if this base gets attacked, you still have another base. It's over here. At least that's what I assume they're thinking, is Dizzy repairing the castle. Ooh, the farming eco is coming in for Dizzy. Cataphract, such a cool unit. Does anybody think that the shield on the back of a cataphract, in addition to the little, its leg and the sword, it kind of looks like a fish. It looks like a big purple fish. I don't know if I'm explaining it right. Like, right here. It's like he's holding a fish over his back. Knights are here for Dizzy too. Nice. Here come the cav archers. Have pikemen being researched for Dizzy. Bergwin doesn't like the cataphract choice against CA. I don't think Dizzy is thinking that far ahead. I think she's just like, I need army, and my castle makes army, so I'm going to make army. And honestly, at this level, any military being produced, I'm happy with. Oh, I missed that message. Sorry, Clola. That's the way to do it before the level where your opponent starts to actively scout the map. Hard enough to make the random faraway TC not profitable. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. At this level, like, no one is going to find these TCs. So they're genuinely very safe and, like, super worth it. Because all the attack is going to be focused right here. But yeah, I get exactly what you mean. Ooh. This is actually kind of huge. I'm surprised we have the APM for this. Looking to get a side raid in as we're pushing. Both players, it's kind of chilling out here a bit. The castle has really slowed the push on both sides. Take some stone. Dizzy can afford a castle. And I wonder, is she thinking of slamming one forward because she loves to point out the tea time castles. Got some scouts patrolling through the economy. Oh, skirms are watching. Pushing back the... Oh, I thought they were cav archers. They're Tarkans. Hell yeah. I love me some Tarkans. Damn, these guys have come a long way. They were produced all the way over here. Ooh, Tarkans versus Cataphracts. Gonna take a minute for both units to fall. Oh, forward castle. Now Dizzy can afford a castle. Dizzy has plenty of stone to spare to afford a castle. We castle going here. I hope Dizzy sees this going up though. Units auto attack. Now Dizzy knows what to do here. I hope she sees this. I hope she deletes this. Dizzy knows when you get a castle in your face, you put a castle here and you bring 30 villagers. Completely deny it. Now, honestly, maybe not the best choice with all these cav archers here. But the castle... I mean, the castle doesn't do that much, not until we're in Imp. It just kind of consolidates this as a place to push from. But it will become a problem once we get to Imperial Age. Holy, there's a lot of cav archers being queued by our Hun player. This castle is going to go up, it looks like. Castle here on the side for Dizzy just to prevent any raids coming in. Castles do range each other. Siege on the front. Oh, sorry. A university on the front for dominance. We do have siege on the front though. This is such a cool game. I'm so hyped for this. I just hope we can see some more units being produced for Dizzy. We have 2,000 food. Hope we either start selling it to do some things with it or we start spending... Okay, we got 10 light cav queued. That is... I'm totally fine with that. They're being queued here. We've targets hidden in the stable. But I'm happy with that as long as the food is being spent. That is absolutely fine with me. Gotta fight the Tarkans. Actually, there's a lot of Tarkans here. Dizzy queuing 15 villagers. Hell yes. I do love how this is going. So like both players have insane idle time. But every now and then they'll remember about their town centers and queue like 10 vills. And that genuinely swings the economy for one player or the other for a little while. But Dizzy queuing 22 villagers. She has been practicing this. I've been watching in her late games. She is really trying to stay on top of keeping all her town centers pumping. I think this is going to be what decides the game as we keep going into this late game. I think Dizzy's going to produce right up to full pop. I've been trying to coach her on this. Keep making villagers all the time. And then we might get to a point where Dizzy's eco is so big that she can just handily take the win. Scouts going to get a little bit of damage. Crazy Joe got a hit all. Thanks so much for stopping by, Crazy Joe. And thanks again, Tom, for the raid. Super appreciate it. I will get you back one of these days. I'll drop you a follow. And I always pay back the favor. Cav archers are going to find some damage. Cav archers are going to unfortunately find a lot of damage, but Dizzy has so many vills queued, it's not going to make her lose the eco lead. Dizzy's sitting at 60 villagers. I hope she keeps queuing. She's 1,000 food. But there's a lot of cow archers here and we need answers for them. We need... I don't know if Dizzy knows scorpions. Could be the answer. But if we could just produce a lot of elite skirm, could be enough. Hashtag bring back the Tharkin Tump. Am I right? Oh, Cav archers continuing to find picks. Dizzy clicks Simp. Now, Dizzy clicks the Imp, but does have plenty of resources to produce skirms if she wants. That could be a real solution. I would love it if she dropped 2 to 3 more ranges, but if she could at least just keep producing skirms through one range. Tarkin's trying to run through. They're going to hit this tower. Here comes a ram. This army is just a real pain. Dizzy definitely feeling the pressure. We just need something to defend with. We need a lot of skirms. Now we are just being super annoying. Monk kind of just chilling out here. Dizzy might be feeling like this cavalry mass is just unanswerable, but it is very answerable. We have the resources to answer it. It's just, there's so much going on. There's the high stakes, there's the nerves. It's the first set of the tourney. The first game of the set. It's so difficult to remember what we need to do. Now Imp is in for Dizzy. I wonder, is this going to be the key for her to push back this castle? Hoarding's being researched. Not very common as a first tech to see in Imperial Age, but it is going to make it more difficult to push through. I think the issue was that we didn't have a gold for a treb, so we wanted to click something. Oh, stables are actually killed here. I was going to say, I want to see some more light cav queued up here, but we've actually lost the forward stables. I really hope Dizzy can just keep her cool. All she needs is 2 to 3 more ranges, produce skirms, maybe a siege workshop to add some scorpions, and we can handily push this back. We have the resources to do so. But Schraubear clicks the Imp. I'm worried about this. I think Dizzy needs a treb. Take down this castle because Schraubear has crazy resources pooled. Oh, Cavarch is sitting under the castle though. This isn't good. We're gonna lose a lot. We are taking villagers. I mean, we did take a lot of villagers. Lost quite a bit of our mass. Cataphract still queuing. Dizzy, we need a treb. We need to push this castle down before we have a treb war in our hands. Because if this castle falls, I feel like Dizzy's going to think that the game is over. Dizzy is pulling the tactical tea time. Tactical tea time approved. Schraubear does not see this. He's far too focused on the front. He's going to shoot down this town center. It's up. Oh, but castle falls on the back. Oh, you know what I just noticed? So we lost the castle here. We may lose this town center. Dizzy's expanding. Dizzy is not out of this game. This hurts. This really sucks. But Dizzy's not giving up with this falling down. Dizzy's continuing to expand and she's getting counter damage. Look at this, the Dizzy special. I'm trying to trademark this as a... I want to hear other casters saying this because this is the Dizzy special. I've noticed in every late game Dizzy will do this. We'll get to a point where Dizzy will be like kind of unsure what to do. And she'll just drop like 5 to 6 stables. And she doesn't always use them. But this is every single game. Whether she's using stables or not, always drops just a ton of stables. This is so sick from Dizzy. Dizzy's not out of this game by a long shot. Oh, we have a defensive castle going up here. We do... Oh no, Cavarch is finding more damage. But if Dizzy continues to expand, like, Schraubear doesn't notice this happening. As long as she keeps making villagers... Oh yeah, you're right. Vill's attacking the castle, but a cataphract is out here. Bonking him on the head. Ooh, look at this! Look at this! If these start producing skirms, we're in this game. I hope Dizzy keeps expanding this way. This is a super long game for a game 1. I hope both players can manage to take a little bit of a quick break between these games. It's going to be a pretty grueling set, but it looks like both players feeling really evenly matched today. Schraubear, though, struggling to spend the resources. We have so much resource pooled up. If Schraubear just spent this bank down to 0, I really think Dizzy would just be dead. Dizzy, we are producing skirms from all ranges. This is sick. Ooh, Parthian tactics coming in. Gonna make it give Schraubear a bit of help against them. But we're producing skirms from all ranges. Oh, you're right, Dizzy's house. So many houses have been knocked down. So Power Matt, welcome in. Now the only issue is Dizzy has done really well holding in this game and we're producing counter army, but we are going to need to start thinking at some point about what army Dizzy's going to use as a main thing. We are Byzantines, we could just do full trash forever, push with castles. Oh, we got a Treb over here and 2 Trebs. No, we have 2 Trebs each. Tarkin's going to dive. Castles might just take them down before the Treb falls. I don't know. No, Treb's going to fall. Tarkin is kind of stuck under the minimum range. Ooh, Tarkins are in. So much happening all over the map. This is crazy. This is 600 elo. Dizzy's Vil count is falling rapidly. A lot of gold. So many resources still floating for Schraubear. I think the only reason we're still in this game is that Schraubear is just not spending Dizzy's castle on the front falls. Yeah, Beargun is starting to look rough, I agree. We were doing so well, and I think if Dizzy had just kept Vil production and we'd expanded this way, we had a couple ways to come back in this game. But it's tough. There's so much things going on. It's high stakes. First game of the set. So nerves are high. I think earlier on, we needed to produce so many more scrims. We always had the resources for them. We could have pushed these Cavarches back. But now we're kind of low on resources. We need to spend this gold. And Schraubear needs to spend everything. Schraubear could end the game immediately if he just spends all those resources he's banking up. Marauders coming in. Honestly, like, pretty cool. A lot of Tarkin play. Because I think at the lower you go in the elo brackets, people don't really care if a unique unit is considered good or not. We're just going to make them... Oh, Dizzy just going to call it, feeling the pressure. Super well played from Dizzy, though. Gonna call it. I hope Dizzy can keep her mental up, though. She played very well. Game 1 goes to Schraubear, but this set is not over. This is a super competitive set. Now we're going to jump back to the draft. But, guys, I have a prediction for what's going to happen here. I don't know if anybody's on the same wavelength as me. Look at the maps. Look at who's picked what. It's Dizzy's choice of map. Does anybody have a guess for what Dizzy's going to do here? I don't know. I just have a feeling. But I think Dizzy is going to pick Schraubear's map. So we had a win for Huns and a loss for Byzantines. On Grapple went to Schraubear. Okay, so just a note here. This is Addictive from the future. I'm just editing this set for YouTube. You may be a little confused by the Civ picks you're going to see here in Game 2. So what happened is Dizzy picked Vietnamese by mistake when it wasn't on her draft. So normally what happens in this case is the game gets restarted and her opponent would get to choose what civ that she has to play in this game from her remaining civs instead of her. She just loses a pick. It's forfeited. But Schraubear, the absolute legend Schraubear, chose to allow the set to be played as is rather than replay it. So it's played on. So if anyone is watching this on YouTube, please leave some love in the comments for Schraubear. It's just so cool. What a great sport. So like they had every right to take a restart, set the game up to be in their advantage, you know, Dizzy has to forfeit a pick just because of the mistake, but they said no, we'd rather just play on, have a fun set, and it's just so insanely cool to me. Schraubear, if you're listening, you are a genuine legend. And yeah, that's everything. I just need to fill you in. You'd be a bit confused. Vietnamese won the draft. That's what happened. It was resolved. It's a mistake. It happens. But Schraubear, you are so cool. But we have Berber's Vietnamese on Stranded. Stranded is Dizzy's home map, but Dizzy randomed all her home maps. I don't know how much she's played Stranded. What's interesting to me is she randomed her map bans and picks, but she picked her civs like intentionally, and she picked Chinese. So I thought that she would have picked Chinese for Stranded. I wonder what made her decide to not take Chinese. Speed up just a little bit. Just talking a little bit about the map for anybody in here who has yet to see it. This is Stranded. We have a huge hilly area in the middle, featuring some relics, a lot of wood, and some screaming water buffalo. You're going to be hearing them constantly throughout this game until they get taken out. And this is nomad settings, of course. Town centers get built, and it's kind of a big deal where people decide to build their town centers. First 10 centers for both player going just on a wood line, but the choice comes in whether you want to build straight away. So you're going to spawn like kind of on the beach, and you could just build straight away, start producing, or you might want to move in a bit and use your first 10 center to secure gold. Now there's pros and cons to this, because once your opponent controls this hill, if your 10 center is here, they're going to be raining hell down on you with the hill bonus. So maybe you want to just be safe and stay back at the woodlines. But from what I've seen from all the games I've watched here, is the key to this map is the centerpiece here. Usually whoever is controlling the center, it has the serious initiative and push in the game. But the difficulty is keeping the center once you've held it, because it's pretty difficult to build castles on this map. We have very, very sparse stone. We have 1 tile stone spread around the island. Only 350 stone a piece. So to make a castle, you need to mine an entire stone tile, and then either mine another entire stone tile somewhere else or buy the rest of it. So each castle is a pretty heavy investment. I'm going to speed up just a little bit more. Docks are going up for both players. Zeta2 in the chat. What's up? Another legend. Zeta2, infamous in the community, creator of the replay packer. What's going on in Zeta2? You came in for a great set, but unfortunately, for a very unfortunate moment, we have a game that may not end up counting, may not be considered a tournament legal set, because unfortunately one of our players has picked a civilization that wasn't in their draft. So we're not honestly sure what's about to happen. Just gonna check my messages again, maybe see if any of them responded. I haven't got an answer, and they are still, I can see the lobby still live. So we are playing this game out. Unfortunately, we did have an official admin response. Arbase was in the chat a moment ago, and I believe he's still lurking. His answer was they're going to play this game out because we can't contact them. They're in game and they're not responding to messages. The procedure is game is going to get played out. If Dizzy wins, Dizzy picked Vietnamese and it wasn't on her draft. If Dizzy wins, it's unfortunately not going to be counted as an official win. We're going to have a restart on this map, and Schraubear is going to get to pick Dizzy Civ out of her remaining civs. If Schraubear wins, though, we're just going to consider that the set goes to Schraubear. Really unfortunate the way this has gone, but I think it was just high tournament nerves. Dizzy played out of her mind game one, but unfortunately couldn't get there. So I think, look at this. This is Dizzy's been practicing this pretty hard, taking long range bores with the palisade trick. Pretty unfortunate the way it's going to go. I think, I forget who said in the chat, I think it was, who said it? Somebody said that Vietnamese was in the admin ban, so maybe that's what happened. Dizzy just glanced over at the pool, saw Vietnamese and thought it was in her pool. Yeah, hell yeah, Zeta2. I'll give a Zeta2 shout out. Rat says, so if Dizzy wins, it's now a best of 4. It's still technically a best of 3. If Dizzy wins, this game just kind of gets deleted. It's not going to be counted at all. Falling Star, people like using the palisade tricks on boars in 700 No, Dizzy's special. Dizzy is a psychopath. She just sees things that she thinks are cool and is like, I want to be able to do that. So like, rather than practice the absolute bare bones mechanics, she's like, I want to be able to pull mega long range bores in style. I have a barracks going up for both players. Feudal about to come in for Dizzy, and then shortly followed by Schraubear. You have a villager going forward. Is this a scout? I mean, we are Vietnamese. We shouldn't be Vietnamese, but as of this moment we are, so we do know where the enemy's town center is. We're going for a forward range. Going to be a big problem. Very painful lumber camp to look at, to be honest, but let's not comment on that too much. Zeta2, you're trying to unpack your apartment. Oh, I saw you posting about that in the Discord. Yeah, that looks like super stressful. So are you gonna try and keep playing? I saw you were thinking of dropping out. But totally understandable if you're just like too much IRL stress. You haven't even found all your computer cards? Oh god. Oh hell yeah, your opponents agreed to postpone. Sick. That's what I love. People aren't here for like the cheesy admin wins. We're not going to run away with like, oh, you were actually 21 minutes late to your set. No, like, no, people just want to play some fun games. We have no stakes. We just want some sick competitive matches. I forget who the player was, but I'm pretty sure there was a set the other day. Was it 5 cats? Maybe anybody could confirm for me. Somebody had a set where their opponent completely slept through it, and the player who did show up opted. They turned down an admin win and just agreed to reschedule because they wanted to play. That is just so sick. Now 2 forward ranges and a blacksmith for Dizzy, and we're going for skirms and archers forward. Star, I would do the same. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm hoping. It feels like most people would. Oh, we've noticed it. We're going for a defensive archery range. Yeah, you would do the same. It feels like obviously it's well within your rights. We have rules. Rules are the rules. You can't really be sad with your opponent if they decide to take the admin win. If you're just, you know, 5 hours late to your tournament set, you did agree to show up at a certain time, but it's just sick that, you know, stuff happens. Sometimes whatever happens, life gets in the way, you can't make your set, but the most players in the tournament anyway, the vast majority, super sportsmanly. They just want to get some cool games. Yeah, Zeta 2, exactly. Like if it was, you know, not going to name names, but if some pro was supposed to turn up for a semi-final and had accidentally locked himself in his room and money was on the line, you just take the admin loss. Sorry, you take the admin win if you're the opponent. But no, in this tournament, everybody just wants to have some fun. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in this tournament. I have the screenshot of that, you know, the Liquipedia for that set, where it says, like, did not show up for the tournament set because they were locked in their room. It's, oh my god, I was done. It's, I mean, unfortunate. I saw him telling the story, but goddamn, Dizzy going for the absolutely insane aggression. 10 archers queued. 10 Vietnamese archers, going to be super tanky. Dizzy snapped. She said, no, we're not getting to late game with a castle push. I'm going to kill you in feudal age. But unfortunately, if it works, we're going to have a restart. Harvest after the game, check DMs, sure. You want me to keep casting the game? Sure, no problem. Yeah, this is a, well, of course, Schraubear is dealing with insane pressure, but I did see this as a trend from Schraubear. Obviously, it's a problem that a lot of people in the lower brackets face. Being able to keep up with all the mechanics, all the APM, and being able to spend their resources. But 2,000 food. We need to spend it. Jeanska, yeah, unfortunately we have a Civ picked that was not in one of the players' pool. Dizzy picked Vietnamese. She shouldn't be able to. Getting absolutely monstrous damage though. 8 vills killed. And continuing, like, we need to comment on Dizzy's idle time. For 600 though, this is so low when we're microing archers. This, I mean, Schraubear is dead. Schraubear is completely dead. We're 40 vills to 16. And Dizzy just keeps finding more and more picks. This is crazy, crazy damage. Dizzy just clicks Hasslage. I mean, game's over. There's really not much Schraubear can do from here. He's floating tons of resources. But Dizzy's economy is just way, way bigger. Dizzy adding galleys in the back. This is so sick. I hope Dizzy can just keep, you know, things happen. There's nothing wrong with what happened. We just clicked the wrong civ. It's rare, but it happens. Try and keep your cool. Go into game 2, like the proper game 2 like this. Gonna easily crush. Tower does go up. This game is over and done. We're about to hit the single digit villagers for Schraubear. We're shooting the fish. Castle Age is on the way for Dizzy. Super low idle time for 600 elo with such an aggressive feudal age. I think we're about to see a GG, but unfortunately it's not going to be counted as a tournament set win. But hopefully Dizzy can keep the medal now. We've called the GG. And now I have been told to check my DM, so give me a moment. I unfortunately can't mark this as a win for Dizzy. Okay. Everyone, we have updates. And it is a very unique situation we have on our hands. So Arbase got in contact with Dizzy's opponent, explained the rules, explained what the procedure is when this happens, but our opponent has decided to let the win count as a win for Dizzy in the set. They fully understand that the win is theirs if they want it, and they understand they also have the option to restart game 2 with choosing Dizzy Civ 4. They said that what was their actual quote? They understand it. They said even if the Civ was wrong, I don't really care. I feel like I played bad. GG, that's it. We can go to game 3. That is so sick. So sick. Oh, Schraubear. What a cool player. We're going to game 3, and that game did count. So let me just quickly jump back to the game because I had to mark Dizzy as a win. This win is being counted. Hell yes. That's what I want to see. So I don't know what to do about the draft. I can't mark a win for Dizzy on the Civ because Vietnamese. Oh, hold on. Oh, it'd be so funny if the thing lets me do this. No, I can't mark Vietnamese here as a win, but I can mark the Berber's loss. Stranded went to Dizzy. This is so sick. We have an actual game 3. I hope Dizzy isn't too bothered by the mistake. Just stay calm into game 3. We play like that, game is just over. This set is going to Dizzy. We do have a game 3. Okay, I'm loaded in. Let's go. And I think we don't need to be psychic to guess what civs are being picked here. We're into game 3. Let me just change. Dizzy's picked yet again a different color. I'll change her back to purple. So that's what she's been on. Oh, I went the wrong way, didn't I? Why does changing colors take so long? I'm so hyped. We have a game 3 and it's on Pizza Pizza. Dizzy's favorite map. I don't know what Schraubear's experience is on it, and I mean by the TC placement, I'm not super sure if they have experience on it. But still, Dizzy has played this map many times and Dizzy loves Turks here. I'm so hyped. Master of Pizza tournament when? I'm coming around on pizza. I was a major piece of pizza hater from day one, but I've seen some sick games. Honestly, everybody in the chat who, and I know a lot of people were here yesterday when they saw it, they can vouch for me. We had a set yesterday. It was Forcing Cow versus Frederick Baybars. I can't remember the bracket. It was about 1200 elo. The game on this map was crazy. Their whole set was crazy. It might be the best that I've seen in the tournament. But holy, what a game on that map that was. Their whole set. Okay, we have Dizzy on the Turks, TCing in the gold. Pretty common strat for her, pretty well practiced. And we have Schraubear on the Spanish, super powerful Nomad Civ, TCing in the food slice. Now, I don't think I need to explain Pizza. If anyone in the chat has yet to see a game on Pizza, I can quickly run through the gimmick of the map, what to look out for. But I'm pretty sure everybody here is actually in the tournament. What set was that? I cast it yesterday, but it was Foreseen Cow versus Frederick Baybars in the community tournament. I can't remember the bracket. I can check it for you. Hold on, we have a pretty slow Dark Age anyway. It was Camel's bracket. Foreseen Cow versus Frederick Baybars. I'll put it in the chat here. It's in my VODs, but I might even upload that set to YouTube. They played so strong for 1200. I am honestly kept forgetting that they were 1200. Every couple of minutes I'd be like, guys, we have to remember what elo this is. This isn't like 1600s we're watching. They were both playing so strong. Oh, Empty Explorer, you're not in the tournament. Okay, quick rundown. We have a Pizza Dark Age to get through anyway. Wait, are you? Parma has me doubting now. I actually don't recognize your name. I don't know if I've seen you in the Discord. Maybe? I'll go through it anyway, really quick. So Pizza, look at it. I think you can tell why the map is called Pizza. But so it is a nomad map. Both players start with 6 villagers. You get 2 villagers spawning in each of these slices. And each slice is very unique from the other. So we have the top left, we have the food slice, people call it. There is plenty of natural food to be found. Lots of hunt. Lots of... I know Pauma. Pauma is a HCC legend, Hidden Cup. We were Hidden Community Cup competitors together. It's an Empty Explorer. That I wasn't sure if he was trolling me or not, but I am going to still explain the map. So we've lots of hunt, lots of herdables, lots of berries. So I feel like when people start playing on this map, this is the natural place to TC. This is where I still like to put my town center. I think it's still really strong. Get a really comfortable food economy in the beginning. And then we have the gold and stone section here on the right. Now this, I've noticed when people pick this as their home map, they almost always TC in here. They have prepared strategies and they want to control this area. And as we've seen many times, I've seen a lot of games on this map now, games are won and lost by who controls this slice. This slice becomes so important as the game goes on. Because if you're TCing in here, your only gold is going to be what you can collect with the villagers that are stuck here. And then down the bottom slice, we have, it's like a baby version of this slice. So we have some hunt, we have some stone, we have some gold, but really not that much worth to take. It's still on the map, but still, it's not much. If you want gold income, you want to be controlling here. Now, Dizzy on the Turks, gonna have a good time being in this slice with all the gold she can be able to take. Gonna speed up things just a little bit. We have a pretty chill Dark Age, but the strategies I've seen on this map are so varied. I've seen towers being put down on to fire at people's town centers. I've seen the most crazy rushes where people will like TC in here. Whoa, big wall. People will TC in here, but then build their military buildings in here and go straight for the offensive field age. I've seen the Persian douche happening. So there'll be a TC here, someone will come and delete their starting town center, build a TC here. Across a wood line. So many things you can go for in this map. And then outside of the pizza itself, if you can chop your whole way through, or maybe onager chop through, on the outside, there is definitely resources worth taking if you can get out. There's quite a bit of gold, quite a bit of stone, and we have relics. The only relics on the map are actually on the outside. So if you're going for the really, really long game, it can be worth trying to chop out to secure. I just see Parmat everywhere. I remember, Parmat, you were in the... Were you in the low bracket? I forget which bracket you were in, but I remember you being casted by Dizzy a lot in a Hidden Community Cup. Both players with this exact same vill count though right now. Going into the start of a feudal age. And I feel like both players don't want to stay in the feudal age. They both have strategies that are very well served in the castle age. The Spanish player already is taking stone. Long range taking stone, actually. Arby says Shroud will know about the Turk strat. Shroud will know about the Turk strat, hopefully, but it's... Dizzy also needs to know about the Spanish strat. John Bureau, that's what you were in, yeah. Oh, Archer, you're rising. Sick. I noticed that most people from Hidden Community Cup that are playing in this Community Cup actually they have gone up in elo since then. And I'm honestly one of them. Back in Hidden Cup days, I was about 1,000, 1,100 elo, and I had so much fun in the Hidden Cup that I went crazy with practice, crazy with ranked, and I actually managed to reach 1450 at the peak. But I've fallen back down to about the mid 1300s. I float between, you know, 1300s, 1400s. But it's crazy what a bit of real competition can spark in you. It makes just you want to be able to improve. Anybody in the chat who's never played in a community tournament, keep an eye out for the next one, because even if you're only casually into it, there's really no stakes and it's so fun. You learn so much. Falling Star, yeah, Falling Star, you rose to like 15, 1600. Flying through the ranks. Here we go, Market Blacksmith for Dizzy. Stable coming for Dizzy just to get the harassment. And one thing I like to point out too, that I think a lot of people who play on pizza don't take seriously. If you can, if you have the ability to, you have got to try and kill the villagers that are in the same slice as you that your opponent has, because they will become a thorn in your side as the game goes on. These are just like free sneak villagers that are going to be living here, but they're sneak villagers you know about. So I hope we see Dizzy maybe make a scout and just go clear these up. A lot of games I've seen the remaining two villages that are still in your slice cause just so much havoc. But anyway, Dizzy is up. We are on 34 vills to 31. Schraubear is not far. Oh, we have towers. And a counter tower. Can we really be spending stone on towers? We both need a lot of stone for these strategies. Honestly, I think this might be a crazy investment. But Schraubear thought it necessary. Schraubear floating crazy amount of wood. But Dizzy with a nice reaction puts up a counter tower and just backs off. No need to really commit because there's not much aggression that can come from here. Hell yeah, Falling Star. 200 elo rise. Does not happen that often in such a short time. Castle coming in for Dizzy. Castle clicked for Schraubear. And Dizzy did make a scout. Coming in. Bloodline's going to come in first. And Dizzy is now on stone. So her strategy... Where is she on stone though? Oh, right here. I'm just blind. Castle is in for Dizzy. We have the Turks with the free scout upgrades. And Dizzy planning to make use of it. Going to get some light cav to try and clear out these villagers. Nice. Look at this. She's aware. This just shows the practice that Dizzy's put in on her favorite map. She knows that these villagers are a problem. She's going to go look for them. She's going to find them. Gonna watch. Oh, we had our awareness somewhere else, but this is sick. The intention is what matters. She knows these villagers need to be dealt with. She knows they're out here somewhere. And honestly, this wall is kind of sick. We know we're up here. It's just gonna stop any aggression from the top. Hopefully this light cav finds the two villagers because they need to go down. They will cause problems as the game goes on. Now, Schraubear can afford a castle and we're about to hit castle age. Dizzy still needs a little bit. Light cav gonna find the villagers. So good. Dizzy spending a lot of micro on this for some reason though, to be honest. Now, Dizzy needs to be careful because there might be a castle headed this way. This is always the danger of playing a map like this. Like your opponent is on a civ that you know is likely to go for a castle drop, so TCing the middle is a big gamble. As your opponent takes a castle here, you're going to face some crazy pressure. Archer's going up for Dizzy. Dizzy is going for the fast imp, I think. Oh no, Schraubear is opting for extra town center rather than a castle drop. Still can afford it. Did he buy some stone back? No. Huh? Oh, no, he didn't. He's got another castle, another TC coming down here. Going for the eco play instead. Mining more than enough stone for a castle, but opting to spend it on economy. Now, honestly, this is huge for Dizzy because Dizzy wants to go straight to Imperial Age, and Dizzy has had horrible luck with having a TC right here and having a castle right here. It's happened to Dizzy like 3 times now in different games where her imp TC is right here and it's been knocked down by a castle here. But every time it has happened, she's been lucky. She's been able to go up the imp. We have husbandry coming in for Schraubear. Schraubear seems to be a player who likes going for the economy play. Has added many town centers in the games we've seen, but then just struggles to spend the resources. Here comes Imperial Age for Dizzy. She's got to be feeling good. Her strategy is working the way she wants it to. I really wonder if this game would have been better served for Schraubear with a castle drop here. The tower was a nice idea, but a castle here for Schraubear would be absolutely huge. Oh, we have some fighting here. Oh, Dizzy, how did this get in here? Ah, we're open here. Light cav harassing Dizzy now. There's a town center here. Some stables coming up in the food slice, but we are not through anywhere yet, so the any military being produced here is going to be kind of relegated to this section. Where is there another stable? Ah, we have a third stable. Are we going hand cannons? I think so, Pama. That's Dizzy's plan. I think we're going to see hand cannons, bombards. Anybody, if we harken back to the Hidden Community Cup days, who remembers bypass? We saw this strategy many times, and honestly, I used this strategy multiple times in that tournament to great effect. It is super powerful, especially the lower elo that you go. Because the huge tech advantage, often opponents just struggle to find an answer, and the thing about having hand cannons and bomber cannons, it's trying to find an answer and trying to find an answer quick enough, because if you can't think of an answer, your base is going to just die. Here we go. Imperial Age in for Dizzy. DizzyAoE see immediate queues. We're kind of struggling for food. 3 bombard cannons queued immediately. And hand cannons are coming. And the Hussars are going to be playing backup. You always want elephants. I remember seeing some of your games on that. They were sick. Bypass was a super fun map. Super boomy, obviously, but there was some cool strategies. The way people found out that if you send a villager forward across that gap in the middle, you could actually range your opponent's boar sometimes and just like lame it from Dark Age. It's back in NEC, sick. And this time, like, players are going to be prepared because Hera like caught people by surprise with that fast imp. But oh, I can't wait for NEC. Like, can we just take a minute and appreciate how many tournaments we have coming? We are in an absolute golden age of Age of Empires 2. I'm so excited. 3 seasons of Titan League coming. NEC, we've got Wonder Rise Cup right now. What is going on? To top everything off, like this is pie in the sky, I'm just dreaming, but I'm still holding out hope that next year or maybe the year after we see a return of the actual NAC. Obviously this NEC is going to be basically the same thing, but it's something about it. Anybody who's been around a while knows there's something about the real Nearly Apartment Cup that just feels so fun, so comfy. Just getting to see the players hang out, having so much fun. I know it's a tournament for real money, but whenever we see all the clips and like the streams, everybody's just having fun. It's just like a load of bros hanging out playing Age of Empires. Bombard's just wreaking havoc though. Dizzy's strategy paying off. We got 9 hand cannons, 6 more queued, and Bombards are just knocking down Schraubear's base. Oh, sorry, Melanama. He is actually almost through. 2 more trees. Could end up being relevant. If Dizzy takes too long finding this base, we could get out and then start expanding out into the rest of the map. We have 18 light cav on the field and 18 more queued. Dizzy's got to be careful. I would fall back to the town center. This is a lot of light cav. They are going to fall though. There's a lot of hand cannons here. Nice little choke point. This is huge for Dizzy. Very good use of the choke point. Now just don't let the scouts get us around. Gonna explode these scouts. Here we go. Look at all the stables. Wait, where are they producing? Okay, no, they are producing out here. Is he going with the forward ranges to continue hand cannon production? Here we have a castle defense. A 1 villager castle. Oh, this might be a problem. Hussar's gonna find the villager. Uh-oh. Bombard's gonna kill it. That's 650 stone. Oh, I think he deleted it actually. I think he deleted it just in time. He did delete it. That was really good awareness. I don't know if this castle's gonna go up. These are a lot of hand cannons here. We've Bombard's gonna be put on pressure. Hussars also annoying the villagers. This castle's gonna be denied and this game is going to... Oh, no, Dizzy's fighting the scout back here. The castle shouldn't go up, right? 80? 90? This castle's gonna go up. Castle is up, but is it going to change anything really? It's gonna immediately fall again to the Bombards. Oh, we are actually through. If Schraubear is aware of this, this could end up mattering. We could expand out here, and if Dizzy takes too long with the push, it could matter, but I don't think she's going to take too long. We are here. We are knocking on the door. This might be the end of the set. Very cool set. Very non-standard set. We all know we had a very unfortunate mistake game too, but Schraubear was such a good sport to let the set continue. Town center falls. We are down to 1 town center. GG called from Schraubear. The set goes to Dizzy with the Turk Fast Imp. Holy GG in the chat for Dizzy. Her first tournament set win. That was a sick strategy, executed very well. And Schraubear just couldn't find an answer. That was so sick. If Schraubear's around, I know he was DMing me earlier. I have to say, please, can we get some love for Schraubear in the chat? Because we all know, super sportsmanly. Could have taken an admin win here from the mistake of the wrong civ selected, but decided to let it count as an official tournament win. And we got a genuine game 3 instead of a repeated game 2. So sick. Bergwin says, I'm scared to play Dizzy now. Right? This is like so practiced. Now, this is her favorite map, she said so much, her favorite civ to play on it. But clearly a practice strategy. She was ready and she was not like soft-handed with the push. She knew she had the tech advantage, pushed forward with the bombards, forced the issue, and just ended the game. Hagen said, did anyone ever manage